For scrimmage, got a lot to prove. Each guy's got to go out there and do their thing. It'll be here tomorrow. Obviously, the Steelers play tonight. Good luck to them. Looking forward to a great Steelers season as well as Panthers season. We'll be out here tomorrow. Everybody's got something to prove. Every unit's got something to prove, and obviously this team's got something to prove. So we're looking forward to seeing, what we look like tomorrow. That'll tell us a lot about what we have, and then we got one more scrimmage, I think, the following Sunday at Acrisure. So, questions?
Last year, you guys had a pretty fair split at running back with Sebo and Rodney. I mean, how's that position working? And I mean, do you expect multiple guys to play?
Yeah, we expect multiple guys to play without a question. With the tempo, same thing, receiver. As the train starts rolling down the road here, we're going to play guys. And, Rodney's had a heck of a camp so far. Desmond Reed has got a different gear. It's like two different animals there. Derek Davis has really, played with his pads down low for a big back. Again, he's got a different, animal to him. We all know who Daniel Carter is, and he'll play a big special teams role. So I'm happy with that, position right now. We got to keep it healthy and keep it where it is, but there are definitely multiple guys there.
Kind of answered my question a little bit, but who comes up with these slogans off the gates? We, not me, prove it. What did this year's one mean to you?
Lock the gates is an old school. That Randy Walker came up with that back in, when I was a GA, and I loved it. I always thought, locking the gates was cool. I just thought, like, that's what you do. You go to your stadium, that opponent comes in there. As soon as they come through that door, you lock it real quick because you don't want them to get scared and run out, okay? And then, we know what happens after that. Our players, kind of a little bit of everything. But our players, they start off with something that they want, and it's kind of like anything, brainstorming, okay? So they'll come up with something. They came up with the word prove, okay? They had it in a different way. And then, I'll get with them and kind of juggle around and kind of figure out exactly what we're trying to get to and what's a good way of saying what we want.
A lot of them seem to think there's a lot to prove this year. A lot of your players.
There is. I was talking to David Green late last night, just talking about, where we were, and, and when you have a season like you did last year, it's like you kind of start all over. It's like, you got to prove to all you guys. Okay, I got to prove to all you guys that we're for real. We were for real, and it was a one-year deal. I think that's what it comes down to, and that's kind of the attitude, and that's the way it should be.
Has Rylan been stepping up as a leader and on the field? Have you seen him show the progress that you need to see from him at corner?
Yeah, Rylan has been steady through the process. Is he that leader that he does his job, and that's what he needs to do right now. He's trying to take over a new position and one of need, and he has continued to be consistent in what he does.
Do you have a leading voice in the cornerback room right now, or is it kind of like everyone's working together right now and figuring that out?
Again, those DBs meet with each other so much. Coach Sanders and Coach Collins, they meet together. The combination of McIntyre, I think, is an Eagle. I don't think Donovan is, but Donovan's certainly a pretty good leader back there. At the corner spot, I'm not sure if we have a corner in the Eagles. I may be wrong. There's a few guys. PJ will lead. He's got the energy back there. He's going to lead by example. And I thought maybe that was PJ walking out. Heard noise. It's usually PJ. So, good question.
What have you seen from the specialists so far?
Specialists, Caleb Junko's really been really good. He's really been good. Every once in a while he's going to miss his drops, but I think Coach Bronowski's done an incredible job. I love our special teams meetings. I talked to Kenny Johnson right afterwards, after our special teams meeting today, and I looked at him and said, "Hey, our return game is going to be much better." Just some of the little tweakings we've done to it. It's like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Why weren't we doing that before? There's some special things that Coach Bro is doing that I'm really excited about. Matter of fact, you guys met with Coach Bro already on the first day. I don't know if you talk special teams, but obviously, we're happy with where Junko is. He's got a way of keeping those guys rolling and keeping them confident. Ben Sauls has been excellent. We've gone through years where he was competing a couple years ago with Sam, and it was neck and neck, and I think they were like 86%. I bet you that guy hasn't missed he's missed two, I think. Both of them have been ones when his plant foot has slipped. Once on the turf, once on the grass. I'm not sure he's missed outside of that thing. I'm knocking a little darn wood here. But he's been as good as I've seen any kicker go through a camp as far as just the consistency in his field goals and extra points.
Who's returning punts?
Who's returning punts? You know, I'm gonna, you know, that's a work in progress. We'll find more. We're gonna have a big punt return deal tomorrow out here. But I would say that right now it's Kanate Mumfield would be the guy, but we got several guys that can be in that role.
How much does Jake work with these guys in terms of like the technical aspects of kicking? Because all these guys have coaches that are too.
Yeah, he works a lot. I mean, it's all kind of, you know, maybe off the field more than on the field, but we've got great video that we're getting on the field that he can get with those guys afterwards. I mean, he really does a great job with those guys afterwards. But Danny Warrock, one of our, you know, GAs that, you know, with that new rule everybody can coach, that's been, you know, obviously really, really helpful. We've got more guys that are able to coach on the field than we ever have. If you guys remember years back, you know, there was a little snafu where we had one guy doing too much coaching and we got nailed for it, which was, you know, probably a complete joke when it did come out. I mean, I can say that now. But with what we're doing now, it's helpful. And it's, you know, why not have guys out there coaching? And I think it's been good. And Danny Orrock has done an incredible job. You know, he's a Mineville Howe grad. He's a great teacher. He got a standing ovation last night when the coaches all introduced themselves. The guys really like Danny.
You got about a minute before walkthrough, maybe one or two more?
Yeah, one more. I got to roll.
You mentioned Kenny Johnson on special teams. What have you seen Kenny Johnson grow in offense? Are you guys able to ask him more out of him at the wide receiver's position as far as his details?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you asked the same thing out of everybody. I mean, it's, you know, whether it's Kenny or, you know, the 6th or 7th receiver, we're asking all for the same. We're asking for maximum effort, execution. There's nothing more. We're not going to say, Kenny, you got to give us more here. They're all the same. I mean, we're asking for you to be great and be excellent. So that's kind of what we're looking for.
Coach,